Hi, I'm Mr. Orr, and I'm back with video number 3 of the law of cosines. In this case, we're going to solve a problem in which we have all 3 side lengths and none of the 3 angles. You cannot use the law of sines in this problem because we would have sine of A over 31 equals sine of B over 48 or equals sine of C over 21. In any case, we would have 2 variables, and we can't do that. What we can do, though, is use the law of cosines. Now, because in the last video I used A, I'm going to use a different one here. Let's use B squared. Now B squared, B is 48. So I'm going to say, and I hope this all stays on the screen here, I'm going to say 48 squared equals A squared, which is 31 squared. You know what? I'm going to have to move this over a little bit farther. I'm going to do 48 squared equals A squared 31 squared plus C squared 29 squared minus parentheses 2 times 31 times 29 cosine, in this case cosine of B, because we are solving cosine of B. Now, here's what I want you to see about this. We have this. In the previous case, we solved for A squared. We solved for A, or we could have solved for B, or we could have solved for C. We have that now because we have all 3 sides. What we don't have is an angle. So it's over here. This is the variable we're solving for this time. So let's run through that one more time. I said B squared, which is 48, equals A squared, that's 31 squared, plus C squared, that's 29 squared, minus 2 times A times C times the cosine of B. So I plugged into this formula here, and now we're going to solve this. So I go to the calculator, and I do 48 squared, and I get 2304 is equal to 31 squared, 961, plus 29 squared, which is 841, minus, now I'm going to do all of this in one step, 2 times 31 times 29 times, excuse me, I have to stop there, don't I? So that's 1798 cosine B, because B is missing. Okay, and this is not a parenthesis, it's a C. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to take the 2304 and subtract out this and this. So I get 2304 minus 961 minus 841 equals 502. All right, so 502 equals, now this negative sign didn't go away, so it's negative 1798 cosine B. Now, I divide by negative 1798, negative 1798. Okay, those cancel. Now I'm left with cosine B equals 502 over negative 1798. Don't have to turn this into a decimal because I can do that process when I go to second cosine, and then I put 502 divided by negative, and remember the negative is the one way at the bottom of your calculator, not the minus sign over at the side. This is not a good calculator to demonstrate with because I've used it so much that the markings are worn off of the buttons. But nevertheless, it's way down here at the bottom, in parentheses, this negative sign. So I need negative 1798. So I have cosine, I have second cosine, 502 divided by so negative 1798, 106.21. Now, let's see how we did with that. 106.21 is angle B. All right. Now, that's a large angle measure, but that's a large side over here. So let's see what we can do now with the law of sines. We're done with the law of cosines in this problem. We go to the law of sines. We're going to solve for another angle measure. I'm going to do sine of A over 31 equals sine of 106.21 over 48. So I'm plugging numbers into the law of sines now. I have 48 sine A is equal to 31 sine 106.21. All right. I want A, so I'm going to divide by 48. That will cancel those two, and I will get, let's see what we get over here. 31 sine 106.21 equals 29.76. Divide that by 48. Didn't mean that. Let me back up here. Let's see if that works. Hold on a second. I did not mean. Let me just clear that. So it's divided by 48. Hit the wrong button. Okay, I get 0.6202. So 0.6202 is equal to sine of, actually it's the other way around, it's over here, equal, doesn't matter, equals sine of A. Okay, so I'm going to do second sine, and then 0.6202 equals 38.33, and we were solving for angle A, 38.33. Now, that also makes sense. This angle is quite a bit smaller than this one. This side 31 is quite a bit smaller than 48. So far, it's looking good. Let's see if we can get the third angle over here. I could, well, all right, let's do that. The easiest way to do it, of course, is 180 minus 106.21 minus 38.33, 35.46. Now, let's see if that makes sense, because smallest side opposite smallest angle, middle side opposite middle angle, and large side opposite large angle still doesn't guarantee we got the problem right, but at least it tells us that we're on the right track. And in fact, as I look at the sheet that I got this number from, well, it doesn't appear to be complete because I think it went on to another page. It does show me that the angle between 31 and 48, which is here, this angle here, according to this sheet is 35.5. This would round to 35.5, so that's, of course, an indication I have that you wouldn't normally have because you wouldn't have the answer sheet. But hopefully you see how this worked. You might want to go back and watch the video again because this is a little more complicated than anything we've done before, I would say, this year. All right, thank you.